Good morning. Hey, I have a question for you today. How did you sleep last night? That is what we're going to be talking about today. Because you see, maybe you've wondered why I have this topic under mindful nutrition instead of under mindful living. It correlates with both. Really, these two things interweave together. But the reason why I've got it under mindful nutrition is because nutrition talks about nourishing your body, your mind, and your spirit. So, nutrition, as far as sleep goes, is in a pyramid. So, for good health, you have the pyramid of good nutrition, what you eat. Then you have on the other side your movement. What exercise are you doing? And at the bottom, at the base, and probably one of the most important, is your sleep. So, what is your quality of sleep? There are a lot of people in the world today that are sleep deprived. A lot of people who have sleep apnea, a lot of people who have just issues with not being able to stay asleep, insomnia, not being able to go to sleep. And there are people out there who just kind of wear it as a badge of honor in thinking that they can survive on just a short amount of sleep, 4 or 5 hours a night, so that they can get a lot more done during their day. Well, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, every single one of us. And ideally, for the best health and well-being, we should be getting about 8 hours of sleep. That has been done by scientific studies over the years to be able to see and regulate the best quality of physical and mental health for an individual requires 8 hours of sleep. Now, I know that there are circumstances like when you have a new baby or you've got some children who won't stay in bed where that uninterrupted sleep time isn't necessarily possible for you. But what I am encouraging is for you to be able to do things that will help you to get a deeper level of sleep when you are sleeping, and also be able to incorporate some ways that will help you to be able to fall asleep faster and also be able to stay asleep when you actually do get to sleep. So I want to talk today about some of the benefits of getting a good night's sleep on your body, as well as some of the consequences on our bodies and our minds for not getting a good night's sleep. Now, I don't think that there's anybody who doesn't agree that getting a good night's sleep isn't better for you. But there have been studies that have been shown of the adverse effects that take place when you don't get a full night's sleep and getting into that deep sleep. That's the most important. That deep sleep is the place where the delta waves take place. It's a place where memories are created, and also the effects of personality come out during that time. Throughout our body has systems that help us to detoxify and to be able to rid ourselves of those toxins. So we have that all over our body system. Our blood does that. Our kidneys do that. Our intestinal system and bladder, they all are sweating. It's all a way for our body to clear out the toxins that take place just in the environment that we have, the foods that we eat, different things like that. But our mind gets toxins as well. The stress that we're under, just the day-to-day interactions with people and emotions that we feel, things that we encounter. And sleep is the way that your body filters those toxins. It is like a flush of your system. So the things that you experience the day before, when you go to sleep, that's where those long-lasting memories are created. It also helps to clear out any of those chemicals and things like that that are inhibiting you from really having the rest, digest, and the healing. So your body actually does the majority of its healing during the time in which you're asleep. So if you don't go to bed till midnight, 1 in the morning, even 11 o'clock, you're missing out on those prime hours, which is between 10 and 2 o'clock in the morning, where that flush takes place and you're able to get rid of those toxins. Do you know that a lack of sleep contributes to many types of diseases in the body? Alzheimer's is a big one. Cardiovascular disease is another. There's even studies that are linking lack of sleep to certain types of cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, also cancer of the prostate. And so being able to get enough sleep really is a vital thing. It's not just something that is a nice thing to have every once in a while, or you get to sleep in on the weekends. So there are things that you can do and benefits that take place when you actually are able to get a full 8 hours of sleep and make it a sleep that is very restful. And for a lot of people, it has been years since they've had a really good night's sleep. And so I want to talk today about some different ways and things that you can do in order to get a good night's sleep. You might want to get a pen or a pencil and paper out in order to write these things down, because they are beneficial and they've been shown by scientific studies to be able to help you to get a better night's sleep. So the first thing, if you get into bed and you find that you just are not able to sleep, then you need to get up, get out of bed, go down to your couch, read a book, do something that is going to help relax you and cause your body to go into that sleep mode. And what you're doing in the process of getting out of bed and not just laying there and tossing and turning, trying to get to sleep. And I'm talking for, quite a few minutes of not being able to fall asleep, okay? I'm not talking about the 5 or 10 minutes that it takes to just unwind and be able to get into a sleep. I'm talking if you're laying there for an hour, get up. Get yourself up out of bed. I wouldn't even wait that long. 30 minutes, if you can't sleep, get yourself up and go do something that is relaxing. Don't turn on the TV and don't turn on your phones, okay? Because that blue light actually triggers to your mind and your body that it's morning time. So it will reset and it will make it much more difficult for you to be able to go to bed. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But what you're doing when you get yourself out of bed is you are conditioning your mind to be able to recognize that when you go to bed, it's time to sleep. So if you lay there and toss and turn, what it does is it conditions you climbing into bed as something that is stressful. It correlates the two between not being able to sleep and laying down on the bed. So if you can't sleep, get yourself up. Okay, so the next thing to do is to make your bedroom a sanctuary. If you go into your bedroom and you look around, does it cause feelings of stress in you? Or does it cause you to feel relaxed? Do you have a lot of clutter that's there? Do you have bills laying out? Do you have pictures of loved ones or family members that when you look at it, it brings up a lot of emotional feelings right before you go to sleep? You may opt to move those pictures to another location than the place that you're going to bed. Move those bills that you worry about, or I don't know, it could be a myriad things, whatever is your situation. Get those out of your room, out of your bedroom, so that when you walk into your room, it is a place that is beautiful. It's a place that's relaxing to you, and that you can go in and know that when you lay down on that bed, you can relax and let go the stresses of the day and just be able to go to sleep. Why do you think people go to a hotel? Why do they want to go? Well, it's because they want to relax, right? They want to have a place where they can enjoy themselves, where they can relax, they can get a good night's sleep. Now, I don't ever sleep real well in a hotel, but I know that there are people that that's the reason why they go. Well, create your environment that you don't have to do that because it's already available to you. So make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Don't go in there to watch TV. Don't sit on your bed and read a book. Do those in other locations so that your mind and your body is conditioned that when you step into that bedroom and you lay down on your bed, that it triggers within your body that it's time to go to sleep. Okay, the next thing is to turn off your devices. Give yourself some time before you go to bed that you are going to turn off the TV, you're going to turn off your computer, your laptop, you're going to turn off your phone and do something that can just unwind you. If you have the dimmable lights, dim your lights down. That triggers the melatonin and that circadian rhythm within your body that tells you that it's time to go to sleep. You'll become more relaxed and want to go to sleep. Your body will become more tired. Your mind will become more tired. And it isn't a place that you're just exhausted from the day and you just want to lay down and you just toss and turn. This is a natural pattern within your body, a circadian pattern within your body that tells your body and your mind that it's time for bed, that it's time to rest, to digest, and to recover, to heal. Let's see, the next thing is your evening routine. You know, we've talked about some. I'm going to do another video on this, on routines. Your self-care routine in the morning that you do to get yourself ready for the day, whatever that includes for you, are ways that you honor your body and your life. And the same thing is true for your routine that you have in the evening. It's a self-care routine in the evening. So if you give yourself 30 minutes before you go to bed, you get yourself in, I don't know, some people shower before they go to bed. That warm water kind of calms you down. But brush your teeth, have your prayers. You know, when we have our little ones, when we have our children at home, we set a bedtime routine for them. We get them in the bath, we get their teeth brushed, we sit down, we read a story with them or sing some songs to calm them down. They're in their pajamas and they're all ready to go to bed so that they can have a nice sleep. Well, we should give ourselves the same courtesy. So create that self-care nightly routine that enables you to be able to say, okay, it's the end of the day. Now it's time for me to care for myself and get ready to go to sleep. It's really, really important. If you just go and go and go and go and then drop into bed, most oftentimes you're not going to get the restful sleep that you need to be able to do that. Try a meditation. Try some relaxation to help you to calm down and let go of the stresses and the worries of the day. And this week, I'm going to post 1 or 2 sleeping meditations. One will be a meditation and the other will be a relaxation, where you can actually go from the top of your head down to your toes and relax every single part of your body on the breath. You heard the old adage, I remember as a kid, count the sheep as you go to sleep. Well, one of the things that you can do with that is you can actually count down numbers. My suggestion is that you really focus in on your breath. You can focus on your breath and inhale, and every exhale, you relax a certain part of your body. You can use a mantra to go along with this. So you inhale, you relax, you exhale, relax. You inhale, you relax, let go. You inhale, you relax, sleep, or peace, or calm, whatever works for you. And you gradually slow your breath down and relax your body as you do so. And it will help you to fall to sleep faster than it would otherwise without it. I have found that to be a very helpful tool. Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to do is make your sleep a routine. And by routine, not your evening routine, but I mean, set a certain time that you are going to go to sleep and a certain time that you are going to wake up. If you have been out of your natural rhythm of sleep, then being able to create consistency with when you go to sleep and when you wake up will help get your body back into that rhythm. So if you have been used to going to bed late, don't all of a sudden pop in and say, well, now I'm going to go to bed at 9 o'clock, or I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock and wake up at 6. If you're used to going to bed at 11, 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock, I know there's even people who go later than that and sleep in until 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Consistency of doing this and breaking it up into little increments. So give yourself some time to be able to adopt that routine in your day. So if you are used to going to bed at 11:30, maybe for that next week you go to bed at 11 and you wake up, give yourself the 8 hours from that time and wake up, either set your alarm in order to help your body to get into that cadence. And then each week, increase that. Go to bed a little bit earlier until you are at a point where you're going to bed early and you're rising early. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. There is real truth to that. And so gradually, if you're not used to that, gradually give yourself some time to be able to go to bed earlier and to rise earlier. And you will find that your body will get into that rhythm where you can go from a light sleep to your REM sleep, which is your rapid eye movement. That's where your dreaming takes place, into that deep sleep where all of that healing and that washing out of those toxins in the brain happen. You will be able to wake up feeling refreshed. Your mind will be clear. You'll also be able to make better decisions during the day. So if you're wanting to eat more mindfully, then get a good night's sleep. They have found in studies that people who do not sleep well and don't get an adequate amount of sleep have a harder time being able to resist those processed foods. And so sleep is super important for your ability to make wise food choices during the day. They have also found studies that people who exercise in the morning get a better night's sleep. Now, I'm not talking about a lot of a lot of exercise. They have even found that even just 5 minutes of getting up and doing some kind of movement that gets your heart beating, your blood pumping, that those people sleep better, they sleep deeper. And so those 3 things, that triangle, they interweave together to create a better health and well-being for yourself. Your blood pressure lowers when you are in that deep sleep. It's a natural blood pressure medication. Okay. Same thing with your eating. Lowers your blood pressure. It's been tied to diabetes. There are so many things. If you look up the effects of not getting adequate sleep and the effects of getting enough sleep, the benefits that happen, I think you will be amazed at what that can do. Okay, your next trick. This is the last one. And it does have to do with eating, and it has nothing to do with a dieting tool. If you will stop eating a few hours before you go to sleep, it allows your body to sleep better. It allows it to be able to heal. If your body is focused so much on digesting the food that you've eaten just an hour, 30 minutes before you've gone to bed, maybe you go to bed and you're a little overfull, that's where your body's attention is going to be drawn, is to that digestion. So you want to be able to create a place for your body to do what it's naturally meant to do, which is to restore and heal. So cut that off just a few hours before you go to bed, and realize that when you do that, you're allowing your body to restore and to heal from all of the stresses that it's gone through, the exercises that you've done, and just the stress and wear and tear that happens on a daily basis. So give yourself a little bit of that break in between that time so that your body can do what it's meant to do. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and I am planning on putting those meditations up and that relaxation up for you this next week. So when you go on to YouTube, in order to get that, please hit the like and the subscribe. I'm trying to get this going so that more people have access to those meditations and to these classes, and they can have better access to mindful living and mindful nutrition. Okay, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. And most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Apply some of these things and let me know how they go. Tell me some of the things that you're doing if you are getting a good night's sleep. What are some ideas that you have that would be beneficial to everyone else, and that we can all learn from each other? So I hope you have a great day, and remember to quiet the mind, to nourish the body, and enliven the soul. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.